Let's talk about how to talk to our very young children about the issue of pornography. When I talk about young children, I'm talking about the ages of maybe pre-K through, we'll go up to preteen. And each child is going to be different, so you're going to be talking to them differently than the other children at different levels. But there are some principles that we can use when we're talking to very young children about this. So the first thing you want to do is make this part of a normal conversation. You don't want to make this feel like it's something that is really scary to talk about or something that is embarrassing and awful to talk about. And by doing that, the way to do that is simply just to talk about it as you would anything else with your children. So you're going to want to start this with them when they're young. And one way that you can do this, we talk about, do we use the word pornography? Well, that's kind of up to you, but one thing to think about is it's a big word, and a lot of times when little kids learn big words, they like to go and share that with everybody. So I'm not sure that you'd want your 3-year-old to start sharing that word with everybody. So maybe you want to wait until they're a little bit older before you actually use the word pornography, but you can still talk about the principle, and you can still prepare them for what to do when they first come in contact with pornography. Really, talking to our young kids is a preparation stage. It's getting them ready and giving them the skills and the tools to know what to do when they come across it. Because we know it's not a matter of if our children see pornography, but it's a matter of when. And we want to instill in them the skills that they can use to be able to go away from that, to know what to do when they see it for the first time. So talking about them, what would that look like? Well, it could be as simple as just a conversation. Perhaps you're reading a book or looking through a photo album, and you can start talking about good pictures and bad pictures, saying something like this. There's a lot of really good pictures in this book. I love that picture. That's right there. But sometimes people will take pictures and share pictures that aren't good pictures, that are pictures that we really shouldn't look at. Pictures that have somebody uncovered in areas that would normally be covered by a swimsuit. And that is not something that we should see. It can cause a lot of problems if we start really looking at those pictures a lot. Or watching videos that show things like that. That should only be done between two people who are married. So if you ever see those, and you can even say, have you ever seen anything like that? And open it up to that. But then also say, if you ever see those, here's a plan. This is what you should do. If you ever see those, make sure that you turn the computer off, or shut the phone down, or shut the book, walk away, and then come and tell me. Come and tell a parent and let me know what you saw. So you want to make sure to give them those skills so they know if they see it. That way, when they see it the first time, they'll think, oh, this is what mom and dad were talking to me about. This is what they're saying when they're talking about bad pictures. I need to go tell them. And it will hopefully help them to be able to come to you, and also help them not to get stuck into the addictive part of pornography. So talking to your young children is really about, like I said, preparing them, giving them a plan, giving them those skills. But one last thing to say here, it's all within healthy boundaries. So you want to make sure that they understand that this is the kind of conversation that you want to have with them and that you will have with them multiple times. But it's not the kind of conversation that just anybody should have with them. You want to try to protect them from those people that might start talking about those things and maybe using it for bad purposes. So this is a way of helping your child establish boundaries. These bad pictures and things like that, we need to talk about this. But if somebody else starts asking you questions about bad pictures or talking about them or wanting to take pictures with you, you need to come and tell me right away. And there's nothing wrong with you telling me about that. And helping to establish those boundaries as well. Bottom line, pornography is a real issue in today's world. It's not a matter of if your child sees pornography. It's a matter of when. And our job as parents is to equip them for the time when they're going to come across pornography, whether accidentally or they're searching it out or however. And the way to do that is by having those conversations with them from a young age and making it a regular part of our important conversations that we have. And hopefully that will help to get them ready for that day.